point of order.
Madam Speaker, you need also to be protected because they are shouting, you can't hear. Madam Speaker, understanding 105 on responsible statement of fact. The Senator of Homa Bay, my very good friend, Madam Speaker, has alleged that the cost of living is high now. Yet 8 months, 9 months, when his party leader and Uhuru Kenyatta were in power, the cost of living was even very high. Is it in order, Madam Speaker, when we had the price of unga was 230 shillings, now the price of unga is 170 shillings, Madam Speaker.
In fact, resume your seat because that point was already spoken. Resume your seat. Senator Kajwang. Senator Eddy. Senator Eddy. Senator Kajwang has the floor.
Madam Speaker, allow me to, in response, educate Senator Cherargei on something called fiscal policy.
I have given you direction, Senator
And there are two critical elements when you're considering fiscal policy. One is the rate of inflation, 2 is interest rates, and 3 is forex rates. Madam Speaker, all these numbers have gone up. And Madam Speaker, I think Senator Cherargei should perhaps educate...
Senator Kajwang, do you want to be informed by Senator Eddy?
Yes, I'd like to be informed.
Resume your seat. Donate your time to Senator Eddy.
Madam, it's not a donation, Madam Speaker.
It's okay. Let him continue. Proceed.
I wish to inform my friend Senator Kajwang that the standing orders of this House, standing order number 101, protects you from responding to Senator Cherargei, who stood on a point of order and explicitly mentioned the name of Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and mentioned the name of Honorable President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Madam Speaker, is a president, whether you like it or not, is a president. You will never be. You will never be. Don't shout at me. You will never be a president. You will never be a president. Respect the former president. He's former, but you will never be Cherargei. You will never be a president. Respect him. Madam Speaker, can I be heard silent? I can make noise than Cherargei can make noise in this House. Madam Speaker, I can make noise than Cherargei can make noise in this House. You will not make noise to me, Cherargei.
Senator Eddy, you are bordering on being out of order. Senator Cherargei, I give you the first warning. Senator Eddy, I give you the first warning. If you continue being out of order, you will have to exit from this session. That's the direction of the chair. If you continue being out of order, I will put you on the second. Senator Eddy, you maintain order as you give your submissions.
Madam Speaker, I was informing my colleague, Senator Kajwang, that it doesn't need to respond to the kind of lack of intellectual engagement by Senator Cherargei with our standing orders. Standing order number 101 says this: neither the personal conduct of the president, nor the conduct of the speaker or any other judge, nor the judicial conduct of any other person performing judicial function, nor any other conduct of the head of state or government or represented in Kenya of any friendly country, or the conduct of the holder of any office whose removal from such office is dependent on a decision of the Senate, shall be referred to adversely, except upon specific substantive motion, of which at least 3 days notice has to be given.
He is duly informed. Proceed on, Senator Kajwang.
There's no point of order for you.
Madam Speaker,
Hold your peace,
Madam
Senator
Speaker, speaking on behalf of the people of Homa Bay, I want to assure this House that we shall continue with our peaceful protests on behalf of the 50 million Kenyans who cannot afford a meal, on behalf of the Uber drivers who went to the street last week, on behalf of the Matatu drivers and long-distance truck drivers who went to the street last week, on behalf of the children of this country who cannot get as many meals as the children of Senator Cherargei, on behalf of the police who are being misused, who are being abused, and who are being...
Senator Cherargei,
Madam
maintain
Speaker,
order.
I can't... Madam Speaker, please protect me.
Half a minute, finish.
Madam Speaker, we shall continue with our peaceful protest, and we shall do it on behalf of the many martyrs that have been killed by police using illegal and unlawful orders from a presidency and an executive that has stopped caring about its people.
Honorable senators, let's have... Honorable senators, you are pushing the chair to a corner, and I will definitely throw someone out of this session. I'll throw the honorable members who are out of order from participating in this session. Let's resume the debate, but maintain order. Senator Joe Nyoto.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I stand to support the motion moved by Senator Mundigi of Embu County. Madam Speaker, it is all over the media and everywhere that there will be demonstrations tomorrow in many parts of Kenya. But Madam Speaker, like those who have spoken before me have said, there are very many avenues of people expressing their grievances, Madam Speaker. I do not believe that you can only go to the streets to express yourself or to make your grievances, Madam Speaker. I say this knowing very well that we have bipartisan talks that had been initiated, Madam Speaker, and which, if the opposition of the minority side wanted to exploit, if there were people who were interested in peace in this country, Madam Speaker, I think that is the forum that they would have maximized use of in order for them to bring on board all the issues that take them to the street tomorrow, and they say also on Thursday and Friday, Madam Speaker. I am not a lawyer, but I've listened keenly to Senator Cherargei take us through the provisions of Section 37 of the Constitution, Madam Speaker. And in that particular provision in the Constitution, yes, people have the right to picket, to demonstrate, and to present a petition, Madam Speaker. Now, looking at the demonstrations that happened last week, somebody is left wondering which public office were those demonstrating on the expressway and damaging the same. Where were they going to present this petition in that particular area, Madam Speaker? So clearly there is malice in these demonstrations, Madam Speaker, and this must be called out, because if Kenya belongs to all of us, and if we want to continue with our country as safe, Madam Speaker, we cannot afford to read only some parts of the Constitution. Let people demonstrate, let them take the petitions that they have to the right government offices, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, there have been many instances, and sorry, my paper keep falling. There have been many instances of the minority side talking about these demos. Madam Speaker, we have seen where it started. First of all, it was that the server must be opened, Madam Speaker. Then it mutated. Now it's about the cost of living. Come on. Nobody doesn't know why the cost of living has gone high. Ukraine war is something that everybody knows about. Madam Speaker, we know the seasons. We know I come from a county that has agriculture as a backbone, Madam Speaker. And we know that we have had about...
Senator Wafula, you have a point of order. Do you want to be informed by Senator?
As long as it will be his own time, Madam Speaker, that you are going to freeze my time.
It's okay, sit.
Yeah, so Madam Speaker...
Take your seat. He will give you the information he wants to help you with.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika. Arifa ambayo ningependa kuongezea ndugu yangu ni kwamba kuliwahi kuwa na waziri wa ukulima Kenya hii na alipewa bilioni 14 kuhakikisha mahindi na nafaka yanapandwa katika Galana Gulalu. Lakini walipong'atuka ofisini hata magunia 20 peke yake hangeweza pata. Bilioni 14 Mheshimiwa Spika, na sasa wameungana, wamebeba vifuria kwenye kichwa. Ni kinaya na kejeli kwa demokrasia nchi ya Kenya. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika.
Proceed Senator Nyoto. What's your point of order, Honorable Katibu?
Nimemsikiza Mheshimiwa Wakoli kwa makini, lakini Kenya hii inajulikana, watu ambao walikula pesa ya mahindi anajulikana ni mmoja peke yake hapa, na hatuna haja ya kumtaja. Asante. Na kuna ushahidi.
Proceed on, Senator Nyoto. Senator Nyoto, let's have order, senators. Honorable senators, let's have order. Senator Nyoto, resume the debate.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and thank you, Senator Wakoli, for informing me. Madam Speaker, like I had said, this is our country. I don't know why the Azimio side still wants to carry out the demonstrations tomorrow, knowing very well, Madam Speaker, that these demonstrations are costing lives of Kenyans, Madam Speaker. They may want to say, Madam Speaker, they may want to say that the police are shooting these people.
Senator Osotsi, you'll wait for your turn to debate. Don't shout when a senator. Respect the senator while on the floor.
So thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And nobody doesn't know, because we watch on TV, nobody doesn't know. We have seen images of a policeman scampering for his safety, Madam Speaker. We have seen the police being attacked by these so-called demonstrators, Madam Speaker. We have seen them pelt the police with stones, Madam Speaker. So sometimes when these shootings happen, thank you. You can inform me, Senator Cherargei. Please freeze my time.
Senator Nyoto, do you wish to be informed by Senator Cherargei? Yes, I do, Madam. Senator Cherargei.
Madam Speaker, I would like to inform Senator Joe Nyoto that one of the people who has been chasing the police to safety is the Nairobi Senator, Senator Sifuna. You saw him chasing the police at KICC. I saw until, not for safety. Madam Speaker, when we say they are chasing, including their leaders led by Senator Sifuna, was chasing an OCS, not an ordinary sergeant, Madam Speaker. So what Senator Nyoto is saying is correct. It is the demonstrators who are attacking the police. It is not the police attacking the demonstrators, led by Senator Sifuna, who has been chasing around the OCS. Let him chase me, we'll know who I am.
Senator Joe Nyoto, proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Senator Cherargei. I didn't know that actually Senator Sifuna was the chief goon in this particular attack, Madam Speaker.
Your time is up, Senator Nyoto. Resume your seat. Senator Beth Siengo.
Asante sana, Bi Speaker. Nasimama kuchangia mjadala ulioletwa na Senator wa Embu Mundigi. Bi Speaker, ningetaka kusema kwamba ni kikatiba ni halali kwa watu kuandamana na kuleta malalamishi yao kwa viongozi na kulalamikia mambo ambayo haiendi sawa kwa maisha yao. Bi Speaker, ninasikitika kwamba maandamano imechukuliwa kama ni ya viongozi, kama imepangwa na party leader wangu, kama inapangwa na Senator Sifuna, kama imepangwa na viongozi wa Azimio. Bali maandamano inayoendelea ni ya wananchi wenyewe ambao wanaumia na maisha jinsi ilivyo. Maisha imepanda, Bi Speaker, na wananchi wameshindwa kupata chakula, wameshindwa kulipia karo ya watoto, wameshindwa kujibudu kimaisha. Kwa hivyo ni wananchi wenyewe ambao wanadai haki yao. Bi Speaker, sasa Bi Speaker, ninashangaa kwamba Senator Cherargei ametoka kwenda kuchukua muda wako na bado niko hapa kwa floor. Bi Speaker,
just hold. Senator Sifuna, approach the chair. Approach the chair. Proceed, Senator Beth.
Ninaomba kusema mambo yaliyoko inaniuma sana.
Resume, Senator Beth.
Asante Bi Speaker. Ningetaka kusema kwamba maandamano ambayo inaendelea ni wananchi wenyewe wa Kenya wanajitetea na kudai haki yao. Si kwamba ati maandamano imepangwa na viongozi wa Azimio, kwa sababu wa Kenya wenyewe ndo wanaumia. Bi Speaker, yale mambo yanaendelea kusema kwamba ati wa Kenya wanasukumwa kwenda kuuliwa, hiyo ni uongo, kwa sababu tunajua vizuri sana kwamba katiba yetu ya Kenya inapea mwananchi nguvu na uweza na ako na haki ya kuungana kutetea haki yake. Kwa hivyo ile haki mwananchi ako nayo na ameipitisha kwa viongozi, anaweza dai hayo mamlaka na irudishe, ndiposa andai haki yake. Bi Speaker, ningetaka kusema kwamba hii ni nyumba ya heshima, na kwa hakika Senate wananchi wanatutegemea. Itakuwa ni vibaya sana kama kutasimama kiongozi hapa aseme uongo kwamba ati wale wanaoenda maandamano ndio wanasababisha uharibifu wa mali, ndio wanasababisha vivo. Na tunajua vizuri sana kama sisi wanaazimio tungeachwa kuenda kwa barabara na kundai haki yetu bila kuingiliwa na polisi, bila kuingiliwa na wauni ambao wanapangwa na senators kama Cherargei, basi hakungekuwa na furugu ya yoyote.
What's your point of order, Senator Meth?
Because we would not want to keep interrupting our colleagues, Madam Speaker, but I find it imputing very improper motive, Madam Speaker, for a senator to impute that Senator Cherargei is organizing goons to counter protesters, Madam Speaker. So that is against the rules of debate, Madam Speaker, unless Senator Beth can be able to substantiate that Senator Cherargei organizes goons to counter protesters. Then I find it grossly out of order.
Resume your seat. Senator Beth, can you substantiate that statement? That's a weighty statement.
Asante Bi Speaker. Kwa kweli ninaweza elezea kwa sababu tukiwa hapa sisi wote ni shahidi. Senator Cherargei ameita Senator Sifuna goon. Hiyo ni kumaanisha nini? Kwa hivyo hao ndo wanapanga na kuchochea wananchi. Kama Senator Cherargei, Senator Medhu wanachochea wananchi ndiposa waonyeshe kwamba sisi ndio tuko na shida.
The chair is speaking now. I have asked you, Senator Beth, to substantiate that there is an organization of goons by Senator Cherargei. If you have, or you withdraw. You withdraw that or substantiate. Let's have order, senators. I'm with Senator Beth and Senator Cherargei. Just the two. Senator Methu, let's have order. Senator Beth, you withdraw.
Asante, Bi Speaker. Hakika ninajua kuna ushahidi, Bi Speaker. Nitaleta ushahidi, maana Senator Cherargei ameiweka kwa Twitter, imesambaa kwa social media. Kwa hivyo hakuna kitu ya kuficha. Ni ukweli, ni ukweli. Kwa hivyo kama niko na ushahidi,
Senator Beth, I direct you to give that substantiation and evidence tomorrow 2:30. Point of information, Senator Kajwang.
Yes, Bi Speaker, nimekumbali.
Madam Speaker, I wanted to inform Senator Beth Siengo because she said that if the police did not interfere with peaceful protesters when the demos started, and Madam Speaker, I wanted to inform Senator Beth Siengo that on the first day that the people of Kenya decided to come out to protest, the people of South Africa also did the same, led by the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF. And Madam Speaker, and Senator Siengo, the difference is that in South Africa, the EFF were accompanied by the police. They were given security, law and order was maintained, whereas in Kenya, the peaceful protesters were bastardized, they were tear-gassed, water cannons were unleashed on them. And Madam Speaker, the last bit of that information is that Israel has had daily protests for more than 6 months. France has had protests. The United States of America occupied the Capitol. Remember when Obama was president, and even when Donald Trump was president. Madam Speaker, the information I want to give Senator Siengo is that Kenyans, if left alone to exercise their democratic rights, Kenyans are the most sensible people,
Senator
and
Medo,
Kenyans believe in a state. But I'm giving information. Surely.
He has a point of order.
I'm on a point of order.
Senator Kajwang, resume your seat. We hear the
Can
point
I
of
conclude?
order.
I'm still informing Senator Siengo. I'm still informing Senator Siengo. I'm still on a point of
Senator
order.
Kajwang, resume your seat. Resume your seat. Resume your seat. Resume your seat. Senator Kajwang, resume your seat. A point of order. You have, Senator Medhu, you have 30 seconds.
Madam Speaker, if we do not respect the position of the chair, then we cannot have a debate. Mine is on contents of speech on a senator shall not impute improper motive. Because besides mentioning
Is it
Senator
the same point of order?
It's not, it's different. It's different. Besides mentioning Senator Cherargei, Madam Speaker, and she has said that she will substantiate that she has mentioned Senator Cherargei, Madam Speaker, Senator Beth Siengo has mentioned Senator Medhu. In this House, it is in the Hansard. Unless she can be able to substantiate that I am part of the people that are organizing whatever she said that we are organizing.
Senator Medhu. So, Senator Beth, when you resume, you substantiate regarding Senator Medhu. Senator Kajwang, finish your point of information.
Madam Speaker, the information I wanted to give Senator Siengo and this republic, that Kenyans are reasonable people. Put food in their stomach, they will go back to their duties. Take away punitive taxes, they will go back to their duties. Kill corruption. Stop this outlandish display of wealth, watches, helicopters, shoes, new mansions. Madam Speaker, I am informing Senator Siengo that this protest,
Senator,
as long as they continue vomiting
Senator
on our
Kajwang,
feet,
Senator
as long as they
Kajwang,
continue vomiting on our shoes, we shall
Senator
continue.
Kajwang, I have cautioned you before I have cautioned you before to heed when the chair calls you out. Senator Kajwang, it is not considerate to sneak in a debate under the guise of point of information. It is not correct. What you have done is to debate, and that is not correct. Senator Beth, resume. I have cautioned you. Point of information should be point of information, and it should be precise and brief, not an opportunity to debate again. Let's have order, Senator Cherargei.
Asante Mbi Speaker, ninashukuru Senator wa Homa Bay, Senator Kajwang kwa kunijulisha mambo ambao hakika ni ya muhimu sana. Jambo Yes, nimesema kwamba Mbi Speaker niko na ushahidi. Medhu ameweka kwa WhatsApp, hata waliitwa Ekulu wakaenda kupangia vile watatu yes. Muliitwa Ekulu mkaenda kupangiwa vile mutatuchinja kesho. Kwa hivyo mjue tunajua. Mbi Speaker, ningetaka kujulisha wenzangu hapa kwamba sufuria ni ishara ya chakula.
Senator Beth, the use of word kutuchinja is out of order. It's not parliamentary and cannot sail without substantiation. Senator Beth, you withdraw that.
Mbi Speaker, kwa heshima yote, Mbi Speaker, kwa heshima yote naomba usikuwe na upendeleo. Hao wanatuita magoon, wanatuita wakora na umenyamaza Mbi Speaker. Mbona nikisema wanasema wanatuchinja?
Senator Beth, you are out of order and I order you out of this session now. You are out of order. Either retract the session. Sergeant at arms, she exits from this session. For today's session, Senator Beth, out of the House. Sergeant at arms, please, out of the House. Honorable Senator, Senator Beth, out of this session. Honorable senators, honorable senators, we must have respect for the proceedings in this House. We cannot allow a language that sends a wrong message to Kenyans. You will keep to the parliamentary language, and if you cannot, you exit from the session until when you can do the right thing. Senator Wamatinga.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I rise today to support the motion. Madam Speaker, on the 9th of August, we all seated in this House went to elections. Life moved on. We had competitors. Some of us several, others few. Others, we defeated them with big margins, others with smaller margin. Madam Speaker, we do know in the true spirit of democracy, there must be a winner and a loser in an election. Madam Speaker, it is very unfortunate that indeed, after every cycle of election, that we have to go around these circles. Madam Speaker, we have a nation to take care of. We have the responsibility as leaders to ensure that the generations to come will look upon us and say, yes, there were people we elected and people who are responsible and who could take care of democracy. Madam Speaker, that calls us to be able to lose and go on, Madam Speaker, because every 5 years we have re-elections again. Madam Speaker, it is very unfortunate and indeed very deceptive and mockery of democracy that we can stand and tell Kenyans that we are standing and calling demonstrations because we want to bring the cost of living down. Madam Speaker, the cost of living can only be brought down through hard work, people planting and harvesting. Madam Speaker, Because there is a God who lives, we are going to have a bumper harvest. We are going to have enough food, Madam Speaker. But there are those who are convinced, Madam Speaker, that unless they are in power, this country can never be in peace. It is so unfortunate, Madam Speaker, that we as a house can stand here and debate how we will actually destroy Kenyan property in the name of bringing the cost of food down. Madam Speaker, it does not take a genius to know that you cannot bring the cost of living down by destroying property. You cannot bring the cost of living down by maiming people. As has been said before, Madam Speaker, we've seen teachers demonstrate. We've seen doctors go on strike. We've never seen a life being lost. But we are asking, Madam Speaker, how many people must die for Kenyans to know that this country is bigger than them, Madam Speaker? How many of them? How many, Madam Speaker, that one person has every 5 years successfully fought his way into the government? Madam Speaker, it is very unfortunate that we are standing here losing precious time when we could be discussing bills about lowering cost of living, about lowering cost of power. Madam Speaker,
Senator,
I want to say this, Madam Speaker. The bills we have before this House. Yes,
Senator,
Madam Speaker.
You wish to be informed by
I do not want to be
Senator
informed.
Eddie.
I want to finish, Madam Speaker. I do not want to be informed.
Proceed.
Madam Speaker, we have several bills here in Agricultural Committee that are geared towards bringing cost of living down. Madam Speaker, some of the members sitting on that side, Madam Speaker, who are members in my committee, we started a good journey of bringing down the cost of energy. But Madam Speaker, when I need them, they desert me because they have to go and fight. Madam Speaker, I want to appeal to this House. Let's stand up and talk with a voice of reason and bring the cost of living down by having a candid discussion about the things that we have to do as legislators. Madam Speaker, it is through registration, it is through candid discussions when cabinet secretaries come in this House, Madam Speaker, we see the minority side walk out. An opportunity that they have, Madam Speaker, to ask questions that really they feel that are important. Madam Speaker, let's not lie no more to Kenyans. Let's say it's all about ourselves. Let's say it's all about power. And if you have to have negotiations, any discussions, Madam Speaker, it must be from everybody, from the MCA who lost all the way to the president who lost. Because it cannot be. In an election where we have 6 candidates, the only problem we have is one single candidate, Madam Speaker. It is so unfortunate that this country has been held hostage by one single person who believes it's either his way or the highway, and he does not care how many Kenyans are going to die for him to get to power. Madam Speaker, we must stand to be counted. That is time that we stood for Kenyans and say this country is bigger than ours. It is bigger than one person. Madam Speaker, as I sit down, I want to urge the minority side, let's close ranks and say what it is that disturbs you. We see it and its leaders. We do not have to go kill Kenyans. I see a senator, young man here, who has a potential, but he's painting his heart with blood. Madam Speaker, it is so unfortunate that 30 years down the line, when we are long gone, people will remember this is the person who used to lead the death of young people. Madam Speaker, I support.
Senator Mwinyi Haji Mohamed Faki. Asiken up yourself.
Asante Bispika kwa kunipa fursa hii kuchangia hoja ambayo imeletwa bungeni na seneta wa Embu, Seneta Mundigi. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwanza kabisa ningempongeza seneta wa Embu kwa kuleta mswada huu alasiri ya leo, na kwamba mapema alikuwa ameomba taarifa hapa kwa nini watu wake wamekosa mbolea ili waweze kupanda miti na waweze kuzalisha chakula kwa uzuri zaidi kwao. Mheshimiwa Spika, pia nilisikia kwa masikitiko mchango ulioletwa na Mheshimiwa Wakoli, seneta wa gatuzi la Bungoma, ambaye anawakilisha chama cha Ford Kenya katika bunge hili, chama ambacho ndio baba na mama wa upinzani katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Hayati Masinde Muliro, hayati kijana wa Malwa na wengineo wengi ambao walipigania demokrasia katika nchi hii yetu, leo wanageuka katika makaburi yao kwa sababu ya matamshi ambayo ametoa Mheshimiwa Wakoli. Mheshimiwa Spika, katiba ya Kenya inatupa fursa kuandamana, inatupa fursa kugoma, inatupa fursa ya kulalamika kwa mambo ambayo hayastahiki kufanyiwa Wakenya. Mheshimiwa Spika, mswada wa fedha uliopitishwa na bunge mwezi uliopita ni mswada ambao 90% ya Wakenya waliupinga. Lakini wabunge wachache katika bunge lile 170 walipitisha kwamba ni sawa iwe sheria katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Mheshimiwa Spika, wale wengi ambao hawakupata fursa ya kuzungumza katika bunge lile, wale wengi ambao maoni yao yalikataliwa katika vikao vya ushauri wa umma, yani public participation, ndio wale wananchi ambao sasa wako tayari kuandamana kupinga sheria hii. Mheshimiwa Spika, imeelezwa hapa kwamba mkurupuko wa bei ni kwa sababu ya mambo ya Ukraine. Hiyo si ndio, Mheshimiwa Spika. Mkurupuko wa bei ni kwa sababu ya siasa duni na sababu ya polisi dumi za uchumi ambazo serikali hii ya Kenya Kwisha inaendeleza katika nchi yetu ya Kenya.
What is your point of information? Is it point of order or point of information?
Mheshimiwa Spika, nilinde.
Honorable Senators.
Naomba Mheshimiwa Spika unilinde.
Honorable Senators.
Naomba Mheshimiwa Spika unilinde kwa sababu uchungu ni
Honorable
mgumu.
Senators. Do you
Ni
have
timu
a
ya
point of
Mombasa.
order, Senator Wamatinga? Under which standing order?
Madam Speaker,
Under which standing order?
I'm standing under the order that is the senator in order to misinform the House that there is a Kenya Kwisha government in this country. Is he in order?
Can you respond, Senator Faki, what you mean?
Mheshimiwa Spika, sikusema kwamba ni serikali ya Kenya Kwisha. Nimesema Kenya Kwisha. Iko tofauti ya serikali ya Kenya Kwisha na neno Kenya Kwisha. Nafikiri mungenisikiza kwa makini waheshimiwa. Kwa sababu mwataka kufanya bunge la seneti kuwa kama yale mabaraza ya mitaa kule mnakotoka. Mheshimiwa Spika, ningependa kusema mambo haya. Kwamba polisi ndio chanzo kikubwa cha kutawanywa na kuvurugika kwa maandamano katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Na hii Mheshimiwa Spika, nasema kulingana na takwimu na vile vile mambo ambayo yalinipata mimi mwenyewe binafsi kama seneta bunge wa kaunti ya Mombasa. Mheshimiwa Spika, tarehe 12 Jumatano iliyokwisha, sisi tulikuwa tumetoa arifa ya kuandamana katika kaunti ya Mombasa. Na arifa ile ilipelekwa mapema kwa polisi, lakini polisi walikaa mpaka saa 2 asubuhi wakati tuko tayari kuandamana, na wakaleta barua ya kusema kwamba maandamano ni marufuku kwa sababu ya utalii. Lakini Mheshimiwa Spika, nimeangalia Mheshimiwa Spika, mimi nachangia mswada wa Senator Mundigi na yeye ndio wa kwanza kupiga kelele. Mheshimiwa Spika, lazima wakati ujao Mheshimiwa Spika, tukija hapa bunge watu wapimwe wamekula mirama mugukaa kiasi gani. Mheshimiwa Spika, tukatimuliwa Mheshimiwa Spika.
What's your point of order, Senator Chiradige? Senator Faki.
Madam Speaker, standing order number 105, is it in order for the senator of Mombasa, who does not know the value of Miraa and Miraa farmers, to allege that Miraa is something that you take like a drug, Madam Speaker, yet it is not an alcohol? Madam Speaker, is it in order to cast aspersions on the use of Miraa, Madam Speaker? And Madam Speaker, is it in order for him we don't have a government called Kenya Kwisha, we have a government called Kenya Kwanza. He should be informed, Madam Speaker. Is it in order to cast aspersion on the use of Miraa and insult Miraa farmers who are hardworking, yet they purport that they are fighting for farmers, Madam Speaker? Is it in order?
Senator Faki, can you respond to that?
Mheshimiwa Spika, wajua Cherargei tulimlea sisi hapa, hata mimi ndio nilimsaidia mpaka akaapishwa kama wakili. Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Spika, na heshima ni kitu muhimu. Yeye amekuwa nje ya bunge, ameingia tu na kuweza kuruka na kusema kwamba mambo ya Miraa hivi na vile. Mheshimiwa Spika, nyingine huwa si hoja za nidhamu. Nyingine huwa ni mtu apate fursa kupiga makelele. Hakuna chochote kilichokosa nidhamu hapo. Nimesema kwamba kuwekwe mashini ya kupima watu kama wamekula mirama mugukaa. Hiyo haimaanishi kwamba tumetusi mtu yoyote. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa kumalizia Mheshimiwa Spika, ni kwamba polisi ndio watu wa kwanza
What is your point of
kuvuruga
order,
maandamano.
Senator Wafula?
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika. Kanuni 105, sielewi mbona mheshimiwa anaashiria kwamba wanaoingia kwenye jumba hili kama maseneta huwa wanaashiria kutumia vileo ama mihadarati wanapofanya kazi zao. Naomba athibitishe ama aombe msamaha Mheshimiwa Spika.
Mheshimiwa Spika,
Senator Kajwang, maintain order.
Mheshimiwa
Senator
Spika,
Faki, you have half a minute to
Mheshimiwa Spika,
respond to that allegation
Mheshimiwa Spika,
that senators...
tukiingia pale katika mlango kila saa 8:30 tunaangaliwa silaha. Hakuna anabeba silaha hapa, lakini tunaangaliwa silaha pale. Kwa hivyo itakuwa si makosa kwa wale ambao watoka sehemu zile ambazo wana vitu kama hivyo waweze kupimwa kama wametumia ama hawajatumia. Kwa kumalizia Mheshimiwa Spika,
your time is up, Senator. Your time was up actually. I was letting you respond.
Bado kamoja. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa kumalizia,
resume your seat, Senator.
Mheshimiwa Spika, angalia huyu.
Senator Faki, resume your seat. Your time is up. Senator Mungatana Danson Buya.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to start by congratulating the Honorable Alexander Mondigi for bringing this matter so that we can have an opportunity to have an intellectual discussion in this House. Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, I want to make only 2 points very quickly because the time is short. The first one is that the alleged waiving of Article 37 to justify maandamano, Mr. Speaker, is wrong. And the reason is that, first of all, Madam Speaker, can I be protected from this walking around because I'm not focusing?
Honorable Senators, please let's have order.
Yeah, even the mover of the
Can
ocean.
you resume your seats, Honorable Senators?
We want to have an intellectual discussion. Madam Speaker, I want to make this point. They have waived Article 37, but they don't read that there is Article 39, which prescribes the freedom of movement. They don't read that there is Article 40, which prescribes protection of property. They don't read that there's Article 26, which gives the right to life. So, Madam Speaker, I was insisting that if we are going to talk about the Constitution, let us talk about the whole of that Constitution. Article 37 is not superior to the other articles. That's my first point. My second point, Madam Speaker, it is calling this nation to anarchy if we operate outside the state, outside the Constitution. It is actually calling upon the destruction of the state. Madam Speaker, those of us who have gone to school and learned law, we learned, Madam Speaker, in jurisprudence year 1, that there was the English philosopher and a jurisprudent by the name Thomas Hobbes. Thomas Hobbes stated in his book Leviathan that in the state of nature, it was the brute force that ruled society. Might was right. Then society developed. It created states. And the state was, we agree as a society, to surrender some of our powers to the executive, to the national parliament, and in this case, Senate and National Assembly, to the judges, so that there is social order. We agreed as a state that this is where we will rule, this is where we will make laws, this is where, if issues arise, we will seek interpretation of those laws. Madam Speaker, Any attempt to operate outside the constitutional order, it creates anarchy. Madam Speaker, I want to tell our leaders who are in the opposition that when you move out of the agreed state structure, which we have put in the Constitution, agreed that when we have a problem, we shall go to the judges, that when you want to create law, we shall go to the House of Laws, that when you want to execute, we shall go to the powers that is executive. When you move outside that, you are going to create anarchy and we will have no state to talk about. Madam Speaker, I am urging the leader of opposition and together with the other people, the Honorable Raila Odinga, Martha Karua, Mheshimiwa Eugene Wamalwa, Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, operate within the law. This is the way forward for this nation. We will never reduce the cost of living by throwing stones. We will never bring down change by throwing stones. Madam Speaker.
Do you wish to be informed by Senator Kenywa?
Yes.
Bwana Speaker, Bi Speaker, pole. Senator Mungatana anawajua hawa watu kwa mienendo yao, kwa mavazi yao na huka zao. Bwana Speaker, Bi Speaker, unakumbuka vizuri Mlamamba kama alivyokuwa kijita nyakati zile, alipambana na huyu mtu. Unakumbuka ya kwamba huyu mtu huyu na unamjua huyu mtu, yeye mwenyewe alisumbua Moi, akapewa waziri kukatulia, akasumbua Kibaki, akaleta machafuko mpaka akapewa waziri mkuu. Kutoka hapo akasumbua Uhuru kwa maandamano haya.
Senator Kenywa, there is a point of order here. What's the point of order?
Please, Madam Speaker, you warned me and gave me directions that I should not use a point of information to debate. And I complied and I respectfully accepted your decision. Madam Speaker, Commissioner Kenywa, who should know better because he has been a speaker in this house, is using points of information to debate and talk about crocodiles, things that are not before the house, Madam Speaker.
Okay.
Please rule him out of order.
Resume your seat now, Senator Kenywa. Senator Kajwang. Senator Kenywa, can you give the information without bringing in a debate?
Nakubali Bi Speaker, ni kweli na ni vizuri Bi Speaker wajue ya kwamba mimi ninampatia taarifa ambayo hakuwa akikumbuka, kwa sababu amesema maneno mengi, lakini ukweli wa mambo Bwana Speaker, ile inatakikana, hakuna mambo mengine inafanywa, ni kusema ya kwamba ni mtu mmoja akinufaika Kenya inakuwa nzuri, na tutakataa leo, kesho kutwa, hata mtondogo Bwana Speaker. Nashukuru.
Senator Mungatana, would you wish to be informed by Senator Wafula, or you will? Proceed, Senator Mungatana.
Yes, let me conclude by saying this. It's very serious, Madam Speaker. We need to agree that everything that will make this state stands must be done within the constitutional order that we agreed as a state, that we cannot have people create.
Senator Osotsi.
Madam Speaker, picketing and demonstration is part of our democracy. And it is not a surprise that those in Kenya Kwanza are against demonstration. Because, Madam Speaker, history tells us that the top leadership of Kenya Kwanza were part of the system that derailed democracy in this country. So they are doing what they are used to. And Madam Speaker, I want to say today, out there. Kenyans are hungry and angry. And Kenyans are hungry and angry because of insensitive regime called Kenya Kwanza.
Cherargei, what's your point of order? Hold, Senator Otsotsi, resume your seat.
Madam Speaker, I raise understanding order number 98.
Senator Eddie, you border on being out of order. Let's have order.
Madam Speaker, I can forgive Senator Eddy because the situation he is in. Standing order number 98 and 105, there is what we call 101 also, contents of speech. Madam Speaker, the senator who is my neighbor, Omwami Otsotsi, has alleged that the top leadership in Kenya Kwanza administration have been against demonstrations. We have not been against demonstrations that are peaceful. What we have been against is demonstrations that are violent, that rob people, that rape women, that prevent children from going to school, that is sponsored by Azimio and Kenya Alliance, which is a member, Madam Speaker. Is he in order? And if he has evidence to table before the House to prove and show that the top leadership of Kenya Kwanza government, Madam Speaker, have been against, we have only been against the demonstrations that are violent, that are sponsored by Azimio and Kenya Alliance.
Senators, it is now 6:30 p.m. Time to adjourn the House. The Senate therefore stands. Can we have order? The Senate therefore stands adjourned until tomorrow, Wednesday, 19th July, 2023 at 9:30 a.m.